Here's what you need to know about the other linkage institution, media. So your objectives for this, what role do they play as that linkage institution? And look at the diverse choices of media and communication outlets and how that influences different institutions, policies, and behaviors. So looking at the function and the role of the media, it plays a role in entertainment, plays a role of providing news and outlet there. It could also set the agenda. The agenda setting ability of the media is to draw public attention to all the different issues that are going on and what they feel is important to try to get the public to feel like that's important. It's also a political forum, so a place where you can announce different government decisions, have people on to interview them, and get the word out from the government. So the structure of the media, there's print media, the newspaper, the magazines. That's the oldest, most steady. It's going to be replaced eventually, probably completely, but it is slowly being replaced. But it's something that's been there for a long time. We have the electronic media, radio and TV, which is still prominent. Getting your news each evening on the TV, listening on the radio, those mainstream news stations. Also, we have the internet, so it's instant information. You can get it anytime. That is replacing some of those because people use that and get that access all the time. There's also blogs. There's different ways that individuals can use social media as well. Then there's 527 groups that use these. They raise money for these campaigns and people, and they've used the internet a lot to do that. So the roles of media. So these would be used in FRQ response, a gatekeeper. The media acts as a gatekeeper by influencing what subjects, as far as content, become national political issues and how long they're going to be talked about. So they kind of open and close the door on those ideas and issues. They're also a scorekeeper. They're looking at political figures and candidacies and races, and they're kind of keeping score and how well they've done and what they've done in the past. So they're the scorekeeper for that. They're also a watchdog. They investigate personalities, expose scandals, whether it's individuals or the government itself. Government regulation, again, we've talked about the First Amendment, freedom of press. The government can't place prior restraint. You cannot do that. You can't say, you can't release this. They have to allow it to release it. And most for the most part, it's not entirely free, but pretty free. Again, you can't put things that are going to harm the nation significantly. So rules of governing the media after publication, again, they can be sued for different things like libel, obscenity, if they incite some illegal acts. The Supreme Court allows the government to compel reporters to divulge information in court if it bears on a crime. So they make them go to court if there's something to do with a crime there. And then TV and television, or TV and radio, again, are licensed and regulated by the Federal Communications Committee. So the FCC looks at that and can kind of regulate what content can be shared. So if you look at the Federal Communications Commission, again, controls the media. No one may operate without that license. You have to get a license through the federal government. And there's 5 individuals that are the members, no more than 3 from the same political party. So it's pretty balanced, and they're nominated by the president every 5 years. So they kind of go into a presidency. It's not every 4 years like a normal presidency. The impact that they play, again, they have sound bites, which are second long segments that they can use that can kind of share a quick bit of a story and impact how people think. They can share political messages, and they can dumb them down, shorten them up, make them seem less complex, and maybe make them more relatable for the general public. Also, they use it for advertising. Media is used by campaigns and individuals and political parties. It's very expensive to advertise, but that's how a lot of these stations make money, and they reach a lot of different voters. Again, news coverage sometimes is free coverage. They go to an event, and the media comes to them. They don't have to do anything. Again, you can say something, and the media will want to cover you. That's free as well. The idea of a spin doctor, one who tries to influence journalists with interpretations of events that are favorable to the candidate. So again, part of that media is individuals on the other side interpreting or giving things to the media to influence them. Then you have the presidential debates. The media kind of helps control these presidential debates, but the candidates use these to get their message out. Government officials, so the White House press corps, the journalists whose job is solely to follow the president, they need to be with the president at all times, and you should not be ditching this press corps. So they are reporting on everything. Then you have the White House press secretary who's addressing the media each day, answering questions, explaining what the president's doing, maybe policies that the White House is discussing or putting into place. So that is the role of that linkage institution. Media is important. Again, it's a good platform to get information out to the voters.